Another signing is on his way, along with Hull City players doing their international duty. We'll go through that and everything more around Hull City in this video, so stay tuned. So, we'll start it off with the Hull City international duty people. So 3 lads are out on their international duty during this international break. We've got Liam Miller, he's obviously representing Canada, as we all know by his famous Hull City chant. And they have 2 upcoming fixtures, a friendly against the United States and another friendly against Mexico, both of them taking place in the US of A. Stan Ashby, he will be representing the Republic of Ireland's under-19s, as they have 3 fixtures, as they face France's under-19s in the Slovenia Cup. Also in the Slovenia Cup, they face the Kazakhstan under-19s, and then once again in the Slovenia Cup, they do actually face Slovenia at the under-19s level once again. All 3 of them games taking place in Slovenia, if you haven't guessed. And then finally, Casey Palmer, one of the brand new additions. He's representing his country of Jamaica as they face Cuba and also Honduras, and that's both of them in the CONAF Nations League. One in Jamaica, one of them will be away, and that'll be the Honduras game, which is away. So wishing all 3 of them the best of luck as they go out and represent their international clubs. I believe also James Furlong, he is representing his club, his nation, internationally. Of course, he is currently out on loan, so we can't take full credit for him getting that international call-up, but he will be representing the islands under-21s as they face Turkey and Latvia. So wishing him the best of luck, of course. Still a City player, just currently out on loan. So, let's send a massive congratulations to our owner and chairman, Acun Ilıcalı, as he did get married to his partner, I believe, yesterday. So, wishing him all the best on his honeymoon and subsequent marriage to his partner. Wishing them both the very best and congratulations. So, shall we talk about how Hull City might be signing a new midfielder? Even though the deadline's happened, we're going to be signing a new midfielder. Yes, former Brighton midfielder, Steven Alzate. I believe that's how you pronounce his name. It might be Alzate. Something like that. I'm very sorry if I butchered it. But the Colombian midfielder is set to sign with Hull City on free agency. So he did not get a contract renewal from Brighton. And so he is in the free agent transfer market. And as I mentioned in yesterday's video, we can still access this for the entire season. So we are going to look to access it with the midfielder department to bring up another South American midfielder, which means we could theoretically put out a fully South American midfield for a game, which would, I'm not sure if that's the first time in Hull City history, but certainly in a very, very long time that I can remember a full South American midfielder, and it is probably all time. So Hull City did apparently complete a medical with Stephen yesterday at the training ground, and the announcement is apparently imminent, so it could possibly have happened before this video is released, as I recorded it a little bit earlier on in the day. It could be tomorrow, but the announcement is imminent, and he will be training with the squad this international break, ready for the home fixture against Sheffield United on the 13th of September. So let's break down a little bit about Stephen and his stats coming into Hull City. So he was, as I said, at Brighton. The last 2 seasons, he did actually spend out on loan. Both of them was out on loan at Standard Liège. So 2 loan transfers out at Standard Liège. From that, though, he has been at Brighton since a very, very young age. Spent some time at Leyton Orient before that, I believe. And has spent some time out on loan at Swindon Town as well. So over at Standard Liège, he played 44 games across them 2 seasons, grabbing 3 goals and 9 assists. In the Premier League for Brighton, 43 appearances for them across his time there, grabbing 1 goal and no assists recorded. During his time in League 2, of course, this is raking back the years now, 34 appearances in League 2, 3 goals, 6 assists. So a very, very nice job. Over in the Europe playoffs at his time in Standard Liège, got 7 games as well, and 2 goals during that time. and has produced a little bit in the FA Cup, EFL Cup, and has played some matches in some other various trophies. So a very, very good acquisition for Hull City, of course, raiding the free transfer market, so it doesn't mean we don't have to pay any transfer fee for a Colombian 25-year-old midfielder who has had very, very good performances over the past 2 seasons at Standard Liège. From what I've seen, he has had 2 very, very good seasons over that. I'm surprised that Brighton did not renew his contract, which I can kind of see Brighton are moving in a bit of a different direction at the moment with who they're signing, and maybe they have moved on a bit from Stephen. But I'm surprised that no other club has picked him up sooner. He's a right-footed centre attacking midfielder, but he can play sort of attacking, holding and defensive, so is great across all departments there. So it will be a good signing for Hull City. Maybe not one that is overly needed. It's probably saying a striker would be needed, but an incoming nonetheless, and an incoming into the midfield, and that midfield depth increases once again. Of course, it is another player that can play attacking midfield, so the rotation there is immense. And as I said, we can officially, once the signing has been announced and everything is put down, put pen to paper, we could put out a full South American midfield, of course, with Oscar Zambrano and Steven Alzate, and then obviously up top we can have what's his name? The other Colombian. Forgotten his name now. This is not good. Just give me a second. 1 second. There is another. I promise you. Gustavo Puerta. I don't know why I forgot his name, but it just slipped my mind there. So we could put out a full South American midfield, which would be something nice, and certainly all of them come with very credibleness. 25 years old, depending on how long his contract is, he could put out a good shift for some time. And his current market transfer value over on transfermarket.co.uk is around the £4 million mark. So that's certainly nothing too bad. His highest reported value is when he was playing consistently for Brighton, and that was at 7 million during October of 2020. So certainly a lot to prove. He's gained 7 caps as well for Colombia, grabbing his debut for them in November of 2019. So certainly a lot to prove, and a lot of good things, I think, can come out of this transfer. Not only the return factor of it, because it's a free transfer, so we don't really have any investment other than wages. Wages may be a little bit high, but of course it's signing a free transfer, so they won't be as high as if we did sign him from another club. But certainly a good transfer nonetheless, and I'll keep you up to date on everything Hull City on the channel here, and just when Stephen actually officially signs and when Hull City do announce the signing of Steven Alzate to Hull City. There is also a vote going out for current player of the month for Hull City, and also the upcoming food vote for what's going to be served on the concourse. So go and check out over on either the Hull City app or Hull City's website if you want to go and vote over there. I'll update you on the channel here which one of both of them win the player of the month, and also what's going to be on the concourse for the upcoming games. So stay tuned to the YouTube channel by liking and subscribing, and I'll catch you in the next video. Up the Tigers!